Hi, it is the Human Operating System time. This channel is for educations and technology only. So in the past week, I have shared the Wing Chun 1850 contents on the combinations, moving and dodging, and then body mechanics development or body mechanics. So in one of the video, I share on the isometrics machine, which is or tools which is I'm using for developing the body mechanics. And so many of our Wing Chun friends asked me to share more on this thing. Well, as I mentioned in the previous video, your entire Xiu Lim Tao set is just, in today's language, an isotonic exercise which is having some isometrics. So there is no mysterious thing on this Wing Chun Xiu Lim Tao. Okay? Today, in today's science, we can analyze it. It's just a isotonic with some isometrics. That's what the training is. So there is no point to make it like so mysterious. Okay, that's why using those tools, you can actually check, verify, and train the Xiu Lim Tao. Okay. Now, Xiu Lim Tao, you do sun punch. Well, it is not different than the train of the strength and flexible training with the isotonic, with some isometrics. With this band, now everybody have using this type of bands, right? So you look at your training development in the Xiu Lim Tao set. Okay, even in the 1850, you know, it is the forward one. This type, like the Tan Sao type. Okay, this is the moving type, and then this is like the Fat Sao type, and then this is like the Bong Sao type, and then this is like the double arm type, right? And then this is like this type. And then you have this type, this type, this type, and this type. So it's just isotonic exercise with the isometrics component. And this is dynamic. So one expect when one train the Xiu Lim Tao, build out all the strength and flexibility. That's what the Xiu Lim Tao do, to the bottom line. The strength and the flexibility. It's just like today's, the isotonic plus the isometrics training. So don't look for some kind of magic or something far, far away in the galaxy, okay? And of course, you want to train this type of stuff as any strength and flexibility or endurance training people know, you need to breathe deeply. And that's why you want to have the, like in the Wing Chun metric, I said the 2C state, the deep lower abs breathing, or Xing Qi Du Dan Tian. You need that because you need the oxygen. You cannot breathe here, okay, even when you're training for the strength and flexibility and endurance and so forth. It's sports science. And thus you cannot do this. If you do this, you stuck up this, you cannot breathe. How are you going to do the isometric, isotonic here? Okay? You can. Now, if you say, well, this is cheap, low cost, you don't like it, you can get a steel buckle. You can use it to train. If you think this is cheap, you can get the German isokineto, which is proven working. Or using this thing. So, that's how simple it is. Your body, your breathing, your mind. So, why is that mind important? Well, if you do this, you do this kind of stretching or isotonic, you need to put your mind there. It's not like your mind somewhere else. That's what it is. That's what it means by using yi. But the body, the isotonic, isometrics component has to be intact. The breathing has to be intact. If the breathing is not intact, your heart rate spike high, your blood pressure go high, you stop breathing, then you get into disaster. Okay? This is how simple it is. So you train that because you need that flexibility and strength for the short strike. So you see, the 6 core elements, the first 3 core elements, the body, the mind, and the breathing, it is consistent with today's sport science, sport medicine, strength and flexibility training, isotonic, isometrics. And if you want to get into the deeper of the chi and all this kind of stuff, meridian, then you get my book, The Wing Chun Inception, to see more clearly on what the ancient Chinese mean. It is this simple. So there's no point to keep thinking, oh, if I do this, as this grandmaster said, that grandmaster said, for this long, then someday, voila, I can get this magic power or the chi power. There's no point for that. We want to get the result. And today we already be able to verify with the scientific sports science. So as in the Wing Chun matrix, the H model, you're dealing with the heart rate variability. It's anaerobic, it's aerobic, it's isometric, it's isotonic. You know clearly what are you going to get even before you train. And thus you know, oh, breathing is important. Look at those who train in the ISO training. Look at them. Everyone will tell you, never stop breathing. You have to breathe deep. Otherwise, you're going to load your heart. Well, that's what the ancients say. And of course, your body has to be proper posture. Otherwise, you get in trouble, right? So you can go practice the chi, all this kind of thing. Compare with people who practice this type of stuff or this type of isometric, isotonic. See who really have the strength in the real fight. Okay? See whose body is really integrated. Now you look into the real life, where Xi Xiaodong defeat that Lei Lei, the Tai Chi guy who's supposed to be one of the grandmaster of Tai Chi in China with their television promotion. How is the body, the impulse momentum and the strength, the flexibility. Compare both the MMA Xi Xiaodong and the Tai Chi Lei Lei. You can see that Lei Lei couldn't even hold. So, it is the time to drop that mysterious magic chi internal blah 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 blah, where people have no idea what it is, and in fact, it is just this simple. So, like you say, well, I want to do this. You know, I stand on my stand like this and do this. Well, you just move that. But if you stand properly, deep breathing, you see the entire core is moving. Can you handle this? Versus this thing? Which one have the core power and everything? And this is science, right? So you know that it's not supposed to be doing this. It's supposed to doing this. The entire butt torque. So in the real disc close, you have that. Okay? So let's be smart. Let's drop away all this nonsense. If you really want to know the Chinese stuff, the synchronization, Wing Chun Inceptions, I wrote it so that you know what exactly it is. However, the bottom line is that if you cannot compete with or cannot equivalent with this ISO type of training, forget about it. You are looking for magic, which never exists in this real world. So I never buy this internal guy saying this chi and everything where they have no idea. They cannot map it into today's sports science, whether in the heart rate variability, heart rate like I mentioned before, or today I mentioned this isotonic, isometric training. So this is for you, okay? It is this simple.